This is London Road Cemetery in Coventry, otherwise known as Paxton's Arboretum. It's a beautiful, tranquil place. I'm not sure whether Larkin ever visited it when he lived in Coventry. I'm pretty sure he must have done, since it's only about a 20-minute walk away from his family home in Manor Road. But he makes no reference to it in any of his letters or any of his writings, but I'm pretty sure he would have come here because it's the sort of place that he loved, cemeteries, and this one is astonishingly beautiful and tranquil, and the kind of place you could imagine him wanting to come to get away from the trauma of living in Manor Road, perhaps as a teenager. But anyway, it's a beautiful day to be here. In this cemetery, which is quite a big one, there's an area which is a memorial to the victims of the Coventry Blitz in November 1940. There are 800 people buried here in a mass grave, and that is something which certainly meant something to Larkin. He was at Oxford at the time of that raid in November 1940 and hitchhiked back to Coventry to try and find his parents, which he didn't succeed in doing because his mother had moved out to Lichfield, and I think his father was there too at the time. Certainly they weren't either of them in Coventry, and it took a while before he discovered they were both safe. And Larkin himself spent that Christmas 1940 in Lichfield too, and he wrote three fairly significant poems, beautiful poems, while he was there. Perhaps the most well-known one is Christmas 1940. But there's another one called Ghosts, which I think is maybe the appropriate one to read here in this cemetery. They said this corner of the park was haunted. At tea today, laughing through windows at the frozen landscape, one of them recounted the local tale, easy where he sat with lifted cup, rocked in the servile flow of disbelief around, to understand and bruise. But something touched a few, like a slim wind with an accusing hand, cold as this tree I touch. They knew, as I, those living ghosts which cannot leave their dreams, and in years after and before their death, return as they can, and with ghost pleasure search those several happy acres, or those rooms where, like unwilling moth, they collided with the enormous flame that blinded and hurt too much.